But thank you for the Dune reference, Coach K. I appreciate it. All right, well, we're still winning. And we haven't had a losing set with this team, so we're going to do it again. We're going to do it again. Again, I say. Again. We play until we have a losing set. Sort of. I'm not going to commit to that totally, but that's what we're going to do for now. And then maybe we'll play some PLA. Malamar. I don't love that. We're gonna go to Jumpy. And Dash Bun. Okay. Let's see if I can get him thinking we're gonna bait. Okay, yeah, I like that. This is just gonna be a Psychic Fangs, but I am willing to go down on the shield to win this fight, because I do believe that getting my Mandibuzz on their Malamar would be lovely. And they're gonna let me. They're gonna let me. I'm okay with that. Ooh, that's unfortunate. I was really hoping to get the come on, come on. Oh, boo. I was really hoping to get the okay. I'm into this. I can't imagine they're gonna be actively looking to be shielding their Malamar, given that this matchup is poor. But if they're going to use their shields here, I'm okay with it. They can superpower me if they want. Hyper Beam is a real option for them, but I feel like they're not at that kind of energy right now. So yeah, if they're just gonna start superpower, yeah, they're just gonna concede. I don't know. I don't know if they thought superpower was gonna do more to me. I don't really know what they were thinking there, using that shield. Maybe you try and run for it with the 2 shields and try and catch up. I'm not sure. But, you know, it should have been a tell that I played for switch advantage. So you probably don't want to just throw it back in there. It's true. It could have been a fat finger. Yeah, it's very possible. Error finding match, you say. Okay. Let's try it again. Error finding match, you say. Try it one more time. This is the second time the that GBL has crashed out on us in 2 sets, right? What's up, Slinky? How you doing? Welcome to the stream, friendo. Yeah, I know. I know you've got news for me, game. I'm not interested in hearing it. All right, let's run it back. Let's run it back. Let's run it back. And see if we can keep on keeping on. What you captured light. All right, what you got for us, captured light? We've got a Feraligatr. Well, okay. I don't mind doing that because I think shielding and acrobatics is good. I think this is a matchup that may go to the point that we're both looking at using shields. So I'm pretty happy to shield what I think is almost certainly an acrobatics instead of later being in a position where I might need to shield not acrobatics. They're going to acrobatics me again, and that's fine. But our main goal is to try and get our Clodsire away from away from this idiot. Right? Which we've successfully done. It doesn't mean that we've won, right? We do have other issues, which is mostly that our jump bluff isn't like a sure shot into the Ferg anyway, especially if we don't have if we're behind on a shield, right? Which is where we're gonna be. Come on, give me one more. Oh, yeah, no, that's fair, Coach K. I do think that air slash would have been really nice for us there, right? I mean, they're definitely not planning on shielding this Drapion, so I'm currently looking at trying my best. Oh wow, that's irritating. All right, I think I'm gonna lose this game because I just underestimated the amount of bullshit they would be able to generate, right? My win condition right now is them not having Ice Beam or baiting, so let's see what happens. No, they got it. Okay, you got me, GG's. That's fine. That may have been a winnable game, but I definitely could not find the pattern I needed to win it. And falling behind a shield, I probably needed to try and win the Mandibuzz jump bluff matchup without shielding. But Golisopod, this is also a pretty bad lead matchup for us, so we're going to once again pivot and hopefully find ourselves something. Uh-huh. What exactly is my opponent doing? And why? They have Water Pulse. Okay, so they do have, hold up, they do have a way of doing damage to me. Okay, all right. That's good beats. I mean, it's still terrible, right? It's still not a matchup that they should be excited about. But they do have a way of doing damage to me. Body slam, body slam, body slam, body slam. No, no. All right, well, I kind of misplayed that part. All right, fine. All right, we do have a problem. That problem is that I don't have a good... I don't have a good use for our Clodsire, right? Clodsire is just not a Pokemon that's going to do anything for us here. A Hydro Cannon, gross. Definitely shielding, right? So we'll catch something. This is the best thing that Clodsire can do for us, is catch a move, right? That's literally the best thing it's going to do for us. And this is luckily a place where I could potentially do some damage. So they're going to Aqua Jet me. It did kill me, unfortunately, so that sucks. They have 2 catches available to them as well, which is something I have to keep in mind here, right? But they didn't go for it. They also might have a body slam on their I don't know what move I used. If this is acrobatics, I might have put myself too deep in the hole, because if they have a body slam, I'm going to lose, and I would have needed a move. They also just can shadow claw me a couple times, right? Like, come on, come on, get him, get him. No. Oh. I made some genuinely boneheaded choices in that game. So far, the thing we've had most in common with our losses seems to be that I've made some bad decisions. I think that was a game we could have and should have won. We could have and should have won. Tinkaton. Well, yeah, this is a fine lead, I guess. And now they've got Power Gem, right? So, oh, they've got Gleam. Right, not even Power Gem, they've got Gleam. That's the new move. Power Gem's the old move. It's just a little better than it used to be. Let's see. Okay. And obviously we'd like to maintain switch advantage if possible. Yep, there we go. With the only real caveat here being it's a little annoying that they'll be able to functionally just farm me here, right? And I can't really afford to switch. And this thing will have bulldoze, which is a move that does stuff. So, you know, I'm not in love with the sequencing here for us. They're going to be able to unload a lot of damage into our Clodsire off of that. So, right, because they're going to be able to bulldoze me a couple times, which does, you know, it doesn't do a ton. The nice thing is it's not a very good move, so even if they throw several bulldozes into me, I'm kind of still, I think, in an okay spot. Right, we're still, even after 2, we're still in the green. They are steel, so they would double resist the poison move, and so they'd still single resist it. And I don't want to give them a chance of hello. I don't want to give them the ability to just ignore that. Let's see. Can I get to another sludge bomb? Ooh, this is real. No, we're not shielding this. Yeah. I think we can just double acrobatics them. I actually don't even know that I need to acrobatics them at this point. I'm still gonna do it, but Nah, they're just not gonna shield. GG's. All right, got him. It's possible an aerial ace doesn't kill him from there and then they find a way, but all right, we're once again playing for our lives here. We shouldn't have to. We should have been able to win one of the previous games, but let's see if we can find a way to get there. Shit. The last time we ran into this, our opponent just decided to concede. They swapped into a Malamar, I swapped into Mandibuzz, and they went good beats and left. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna win CMP. So the question is, from my opponent, do you catch now? Yes, you do. You go ahead and you catch with Marowak. So our opponent does have a full move ready to go, right? They've got a full Earthquake or... Yeah, that's fine. Or Sludge Bomb, right? So I do have to make sure that I'm threatening them as well when they come back in, right? So I needed to make sure I had enough energy to throw like an acrobatics or something, just so that it feels like we're getting some value here. There we go. Money. And then they have to throw this, and then I'm still feeling pretty good. Oh, they've got Stone Edge. Oh, nice. All right. What do you got? They do have Ice Beam. Okay. So that's real, right? The question for us is, can we got to keep an eye out for a catch here. Is like a real thing I need to be prepared for. On this next one would be a really good time for it for my opponent. Ooh. Okay, they didn't go for it. They didn't go for it. Basically, what I did there was I waited the half a turn to see if they started a Shadow Claw, and if they did, I threw the charge move. Hey. Guess what? That one counts. Your Lapras Heracross Beedrill was about to win against Gastrodon Jump Up Crest, but you got Niantic'd out of the game. Sounds about right. Welcome back to GBL, Zabix. I bet you're thrilled. I bet you're thrilled.